Now, I know a lot of you have been patiently waiting and anticipating this reaction video, and we're gonna get right into it. But first, I wanna rewind it back and break down the journey on our road to gold in Paris.
Another US educated athlete, NCAA finalist Aaron Brown of Canada.
The road to the Paris Olympic gold was a journey that was 12 years in the making, starting with London 2012, my first Olympic team, my first year running with the seniors. In the London 2012 Olympics, I was in the relay pool, but I only ran the 200 meters where I finished 9th. And fun fact, that was the first and last time I didn't touch the track for the relay team for Team Canada at a major championships. But the guys that did go out there and run for Team Canada in the 4x1 ended up winning a bronze medal and did Canada proud momentarily before getting disqualified, unfortunately, for stepping on the line. But even though they got disqualified, it really changed my perception of what was possible for a Team Canada team. Before they won that bronze medal, I hadn't seen a Canadian team step on the podium since the 90s with Donovan Bailey, Bruni Surin, Glenn Roy, and Robert Esme and those boys. So now as a young 20-year-old, I'm thinking, okay, I want to bring us back to glory and see Canada rise up in the future and get on that podium.
Yeah, we got momentum off of this, so why not? We showed that we're one of the best relay teams in the world, so we got to go out and show it again.
So now we're in 2013. I'm officially broken in as a member of Team Canada's 4x1. You see I got the Canada shirt on to represent the fact that I'm officially a member, and I will remain on the team until present day in Paris. But back then in 2013, we were trying to avenge the 2012 team and get Team Canada back on the podium. So later that year, we had the Moscow World Championships where we finished 4th originally, but Great Britain got disqualified and moved us up to that bronze, and we called that the Redeem Team. And we got back on that podium to avenge the bronze medal that we lost the year prior. And as you can see, these guys right here are the ones that got it done. So this represents my first medal on the Senior World Championship stage. Check that out. Boom, Canada's on the map.
Got a bronze in 2013. They're a really classy act, the Canadians.
So fast forward 2 years into 2015 at the Beijing World Championships in the Bird's Nest, and you can see here, we include 2 more members of the 4x1 relay team that ran in Paris. We got my boy DeGrasse and my boy Bucky. Back then, Andre was running second leg and Rodney was running third leg, as he still is now. And we came away with yet another bronze medal after disqualification to another team. This time, it was the US. Check that out. So now we have back-to-back bronze medals and consecutive world championships, and we got a lot of momentum heading into Rio 2016, where we're aiming to get back on the Olympic podium.
DeGrasse will run last for Canada. Keen Haynes will run first. Brown and Rodney in between.
So now it's 2016, the moment we've all been waiting for. We've got back-to-back bronze medals from the World Championships, but we know the Olympic Games is what everyone remembers most, and this is the moment that we're hungry for and waiting for years, ever since London 2012 when we lost that bronze medal. So you can see, we inserted my guy Akeem and kept the other 2 the same, along with myself. So after going out there and qualifying for the Olympic finals, we ran a really strong race, ultimately breaking the then Canadian record, which used to be 37.69 from the 96 Olympic gold team. We ran 37.64, but unfortunately it was only good enough for 4th place, the worst place you could finish at the Olympics. And given the history of the last 2 world championships where we got upgraded because of a disqualification, and in 2012 where we got DQ'd, we knew there was a good chance that someone could get disqualified, so we're a little slow to leave the track. But when nothing popped up and we saw everybody taking their victory laps, we went up and did our interview with CBC. It was during that interview that we found out that the US did get disqualified, and we got upgraded to yet another bronze medal, 3 in a row at the major championships. And now we reclaimed that Olympic bronze that we lost in London 2012, and all was right in the world. We broke the Canadian record, we got Olympic bronze, we're back on the podium, Team Canada's back, and now we're thinking as a team, let's try and get better than bronze. What else can we get? Let's upgrade our color.
Gonna be Canada's gold. A surprise, the United States second, Jamaica third. What drama!
So now with the Olympic bronze medal back where it belonged in Canada, we are setting our sights on bigger things heading into the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. But fast forward to 2017, our luck ran out with podium finishes and we managed to make the finals, but only finished 6th place with Andre hurt on the sidelines. We could only come up with 6th. And then in 2019, we had the gang back together, but we only could run 37.92 in the first round, and we were the first team to not make it. That was probably one of the fastest world championship prelim times of all time, and we were the first team out with 37.92. Usually that's good enough to make it. Usually that's good enough to get to the podium, but I digress. But the following year, in 2020, we had a big addition. Jerome came down to my training group in Florida, and with him running the way he was running, we knew that having him on the squad It meant big things for Canada in the future. And now we set our sights on that gold medal.
Canadians bronze 5 years ago in Rio. Their last goal was 96.
So fast forward to Tokyo 2021, we qualify for the Olympic finals. America, the powerhouse, doesn't make it in. Jamaica's running without Usain Bolt and all the other legends, so they're not the team that they once were. And we really felt like this squad could have a good shot at getting that gold medal, especially with having the Olympic 200-meter champion on our anchor. But as you ultimately know, we finished third in that race. With Jerome being so new on the team, we didn't really have our chemistry down. We kind of messed up the handoffs, and we could only manage yet another bronze medal to add to the collection. But another retroactive disqualification to Great Britain upgraded us to our first senior medal. And the silver lining of that race was now we had the Olympic bronze medal, the Olympic silver medal, and it's set up for the perfect ending for us to go out with a gold in Paris in 2024. Our team will come back, we're hungry, definitely thinking bigger for 2024 and the championships leading up to it. We know we have gold medal potential, so we're gonna go for it again. Bronze medal, hungry for more. I have a full breakdown from the Tokyo Olympics of the 4x1 that you can watch after this race. I'll link that right here if you wanna go and check that out after this video. But moving right along.
It's a North American nation on top of the podium, but it's not the hosts, it's their northerly neighbors.
So now I have 4 medals at the major championships in the 4x1 to my name, 2 Olympic medals and 2 World Championship medals. And after getting our silver medal in Tokyo, we really feel like going into the next quad, we want to aim for that gold medal, because we feel like with this squad, this talent that we got, we can make Canadian history and be the best relay team in the world. And anything short of that Olympic gold medal would be seen as a failure. So with gold in our minds, we fast forward to 2022 in Eugene, where we had the World Championships in hostile US territory, and we went out there and snatched that gold medal from the US in Canadian fashion. Underdogs came in and surprised everybody, despite the fact that the US went 1, 2, 3, 5 in the 100 meters and 1, 2, 3 in the 200 meters. I was the only Canadian to make the finals in the 100 and the 200 meters, where I finished 8th and 7th respectively. But despite all that, we still came away victorious, and we came together as a squad and upset the world, where we came and got our first gold medal at the World Championship level. And we really felt like this was a sign of things to come. If you want to see any of those races from Eugene, whether it's the 1, 2, or the 4x1 where we ultimately won gold and became world champions, I'm going to put the reaction playlist right here so you can go and check that one out after this video as well. But before we move on from this race, I want to highlight something that's very significant. In this race, we went in as underdogs because in the prelims, we finished second in our heat and we didn't look up to the task. But something key that happened was we watched the prelims, watched the tape on it, came together as a team and saw what we had to improve. And we went out there, despite the fact that we were underdogs, we still believe we can win if we just cleaned up our race. And we went out there and got the job done. I also gave a speech to fire the guys up, let them know like, this is our shot, we can really do this. Let's go out there and get it done. And everyone responded, and then we became world champions. So in summary, we saw that we had slow handoffs in the prelims, and we knew just based on the numbers, if we got our act together in the finals, we can come together and run a lot faster and challenge for that gold medal. I gave a fiery speech to get everybody on board. They all responded to it. We went out there and executed our handoffs to perfection and smashed our Canadian record, ran 37:48, and showed the world what we can do. So beyond just winning the gold medal, it was a psychological victory for us moving forward, because we knew A, we could be the best in the world, and B, despite not having individual success, we knew that we can come together as a unit and beat everybody else in the field. Anything is possible when Team Canada comes together as a unit. Remember that going forward.
Aaron Brown, reliable opening leg runner for Canada, is in 5.
All right, so we finally did it. We're the defending champions. We're flying high. We broke the Canadian record. We won on US soil. We showed the world what Team Canada is capable of, and now everybody's taking us seriously. And then we got embarrassed in 2023. So we went to the World Championships in Budapest, and that was a rough one for everybody on the team. We went out there in the prelims and we ran with a different squad than we ran in the finals, which goes away from the strategy that we normally use. We stick with the same unit so we can get that cohesion down, run together as a unit, feel really confident and strong going into the finals. But we mixed it up with Andre sitting out to rest for the 200-meter finals, which is on the same day as the 4x1, and ultimately we paid the price as a team. We made a decision, and it is what it is. We were embarrassed. We didn't make the finals, which was tough coming off a world championship gold medal. To not even make the finals, man, it was embarrassing, but it was a slice of humble pie that we needed in order to recalibrate and let everyone know that we need to buy in if we really want to make this Olympic gold our reality the next year in Paris. We all have to be on the same page. We have to buy in and really put all our eggs into this 4x1 basket. So fast forward to 2024, as you can see here, the guys got back together. The A squad was together again. The world championship team that won that gold medal in 2022 was back together again. And we came away with a silver medal in the 4x1 and punched our ticket to the Paris 2024 Olympics at the World Relays in the Bahamas. But as you can see here in our interview, we all echoed the same sentiment. We're not done. We weren't happy with our silver medal. We weren't satisfied. We knew that we can challenge for that gold medal despite the fact that the US was running really, really fast times early. We knew we were gonna be ready. We were gonna clean up and get our act together and be ready for that big dance in 2024.
Aaron, that's the first medal in the men's 4x100m relay at the World Relays, the silver. Describe the moment.
I've been a part of some blunders with the 4x1 here, so it was good to get that off our back and get on the podium. Obviously, we're disappointed we want to win, but we know what we got to fix to get there at the top of the podium in Paris, so we're not done. You know, a lot of us are just starting up our season, starting to get into shape. When we get our guns ready, we'll be ready to fire.
It feels great, but I mean, it's not what we wanted, but we're pretty happy with it. You know, as AB said, it's the first medal of the World Relays. We're pretty happy with it, but as a pirate, you want the shiny stuff. You want gold. When the time is right, which is in Paris, like, we'll get there. I know that for a fact. We'll get there.
It was a great performance. You know, it's a stepping stone to Paris, and you know, every day we just got to keep getting better and better, and you know, from there, you know, the sky's the limit.
Can we expect this to be the showdown in Paris?
Yeah, I think it's going to be us, the US, and probably Italy. I mean, I think we're the top 3 contenders right now. Of course, there's a sleeper team, Japan and France. We're feeling good. We're happy with the performance. We'll go back and look at some stuff. We know that we ran 37.4 with what the US won today with the gold, so we know we can run that. It's just about putting it all together when it counts, and I think it's early in the season, so all of us will go back to our respective camps, you know, work on our craft, get ready for the trials, and then of course the Olympic Games, and then we'll come back together and try to do it all over again. The last time I ran with this group was Oregon. This crowd was amazing. It was loud, so it's going to be loud in Paris as well. So this atmosphere kind of built us up for that.
We have got the Canadians, world champions in Eugene. Brilliant quartet.
And now we finally get to Paris 2024. We came off the World Relays where we got a silver medal. We knew we weren't done. We had more to accomplish, and we all set our sights on that Olympic gold in Paris. But before we ended up like this, I had my visions on that Olympic gold medal from the moment that the medal came out and they announced what it looked like. This was my background on my phone, just to set the tempo and remind myself every day at training that this is what I was working for. And sometimes you just gotta manifest it. But the crazy behind the scenes story about the lead up to getting this Olympic gold medal was the fact that I was training with so many of Team USA's 4x100m relay members. Guys like Kyrie King, Kenny Bednarek, Courtney Lindsay, eventually Christian Coleman, all on Team USA's team. I mean, that's the majority of the squad right there. And after they beat us at the World Relays, they're feeling real confident. Even my coach was joining in, poking fun at us, saying that we had no shot. And there was even one Star Athletics practice where they were passing the baton sticks, but Kyrie had left to go to LA to do sticks with Fred, so I had to fill in and take passes from Courtney on third leg. So these are the things that the world doesn't know. Clearly, I'm the only Canadian in the group, but I'm there at practice helping out Team USA at the instruction of my coach, doing some handoffs at the end of practice. Nothing crazy, of course, just going through the tempo, but still, it's the principle of it, man. It felt wrong, you know, I'm Canadian through and through. But anyways, ultimately, as you can see, we ended up with the gold medal safely in the hands of the Canadians, back with the Maple Leaf for the first time since 1996. And as you can see here, the journey is now complete. The 12-year journey that started in London 2012, all roads lead to Paris, and our destiny was fulfilled on August 9th on Friday in Paris. But it all started back in 2012. But now I think it's time to get into that race, to let you guys know exactly how we secured the gold and give you what you guys clicked this video for, man. It's time to react to the Olympic gold 4x100m relay. Are you guys ready to see history? If you're Canadian, I know you've seen this race so many times, but we're about to watch it one more time, this time with commentary live from yours truly. So without any more waiting, it's time to react.